All right. Dailymail.co.uk is got a nice, interesting headline here that don't think most of our mainstream media wants to get too involved in. Remember Mayor De Blasio? New York, New York. Oh, come on, guys! I want to be with winners. So does De Blasio and his wife, or does it De Blasio? He's going to get deblasted by the people when they hear about this. Where has $850 million gone? Nearly a billion. De Blasio's wife can't account, kind of like the 21 trillion we're missing, can't account for it. The 2 trillion the day before 9/11, we got 2 trillion. The Pentagon cannot account for, says Donald Trump. We don't know where it went. Next day, 9/11, everyone forgot about it. $2 trillion gone. Now that was back in a day when we only had like 6 trillion in debt. A third of it was missing, right? Anyways, his wife cannot account for staggering amount of taxpayer money that the New York mayor gave her for a mental health project. Chirlane McRae was assigned a $850 million budget for her Thrive New York City program. But records show the scheme has failed to keep track of, what it spent the money on. The small amount of data that was collected shows it fell far short of targets. Despite that, organizers have expanded the budget, to $1 billion over 5 years. It already came to me. Now, I don't claim to be psychic. I don't. Even though my mom is, and I don't feel like it got passed to me because I don't read people. I can't. Get nothing. Close your eyes. What do you see? I see darkness. What the hell? About your third eye. Yeah, darkness. But every now and then I get that little thought that I kind of feel like was given to me, not my own thought. Like, oh yeah. And I just, every now and then. And it seems that when I listen to that, it's like true. Okay. So let me tell you something that I just got as I said that. Remember this whole thing with Planned Parenthood? We give them $1 billion. They give millions, tens of millions right back to the Democratic Party. They took taxpayer money, give it to this entity, abortion help, keeping people smart on abortion and safe sex and all. Yeah. And then they funneled it over to the Democratic Party because the Democrats cannot raise enough funds themselves. You don't think liberal Democrat Mayor de Blasio and his wonderful wife didn't funnel? I'm not saying they did this. I'm saying it might have happened. It's a possibility that it happened. That they funneled it right back to the Democratic Party. De Blasio's wife, Chirlane McRae, and isn't it amazing how some of these people, if you're married, why isn't her name de Blasio? You're married, why isn't his name? Well, I want to keep my last name. A lot of these elitists do that. That's very interesting, isn't it? Like, almost, is it a fake marriage? I don't want his last name. I don't know. We're just doing this for, TV, for sheeple television. Yeah. Bill de Blasio's wife, Charlene, isn't an old country song? Charlene. Anyways. No. I wasn't Charlie. It was John Deere Green. She wrote Billy Bob loves Charlene. That was it. Sorry about that. It came in. That was not psychic coming in. That was Jabroni coming in. De Blasio's wife, Chirlane McRae, cannot explain where $850 million given to the mental health program she champions has gone, according to reports. And notice how the mayor decided his wife's going to get it. Well, why not some other charity that you guys don't control? Because we need the effing money to go back to the Democratic Party. But you're not supposed to know that. You're not supposed to look into this. You're not supposed to ask questions. And when you start probing, it's probably a 501c3 organization, I would bet. We lost the records. Because remember, anybody can go in, which apparently has happened, and request the financials of any nonprofit. It's legal. It's not only legal, it's the law that you have to open the books to anyone who asks if you have that status and you take donations. So he made sure his wife's organization got the money. How much do you want to bet it's been funneled to the other elite buddies, Democrats, and whatnot? In the 3 years it has been running, organizers at Thrive NYC have largely failed to keep records of the initiative's achievements, and data that has been collected shows it's lagging well behind targets. Despite that, the program has been granted an even bigger budget going forward and is now on track to spend over $1 billion over 5 years. 2020 elections are coming up in 2 years, or 1 year now. I mean, it's at the end of the year, so basically 2 years. And they got to have money to fill that coffer. We need money to get our guys up front. And you ain't getting enough. Raise the amount given to this organization. That can't tell you where they spent the money. We have no idea. Because they do know where it went. I'm telling you, it went to the Democratic Party, in my opinion. That's where it went. That's why you're not going to have records of it going to some organization, some mental health institute. No. Can't show where it went. It went right in the pocket of these people, the DNC. Charlene McRae, wife of the New York Mayor Bill de Blasio, champions the Thrive New York City mental health program, but organizers cannot explain where its $850 million budget has gone. The data comes from a Politico report that shows those running the scheme is right, have largely failed to measure its impact or keep track of spending. Thrive said it has developed a list of 417 metrics to measure how effective the program is moving forward. But asked to assess its impact so far, Politico said the data was piecemeal and showed a largely failing picture. For example, 29 hospitals had agreed to screen almost 78,000 new mothers for postnatal depression each year as part of the scheme. But over the course of 2 years between 2016 and 2018, the hospital screened a little over 28,000 patients, and just 570 were offered any help. A fraction of the 12,000 to 15,000 who were estimated to need the care. And if you got all this money sent to you, you could help those people, couldn't you? Which is why they take a little bit of the money and help a little bit of the people so they can say, look, we were doing what we said we would do. But the lion's share, I'm telling you, is being given to the Democratic Party. Lock them up. Hashtag walk the F away from the Democratic Party. Take care.